welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. I have a 4 for 4. This is only my second 4 for 4. So if you have feedback on this, let me know and I will try to adjust as we go. I just thought this would be a good way to do reviews and kind of compare and contrast and actually like get some reviews out, because I know I haul a lot of stuff and then I get kind of overwhelmed with everything that I've hauled and I don't always talk about what I've gotten. And one of these, this first one, actually I didn't haul, but I won in a giveaway because I've always said the Kardashians and the Jenners have more than enough money. I'm not going to ever buy anything from them, but I've been curious. So when I won this in a giveaway, I was super excited to try it. And I thought the palette actually looked like really pretty. Like there's some really nice shades in there. With this, I try to use as many shades as I can within those 4 days. And I use every palette for 4 days and then come back to talk about it. So that's what the palette looks like. A lot of these are not eye safe, which is kind of a problem. There's a lot of palettes nowadays that aren't eye safe because they're either going to stain your eyes or they have the chunky glitters in them. This doesn't have those chunky glitters in it, but I guess some of them could stain your eyes. I'm going to swatch them all and kind of show you what they look like and then kind of talk about it in a second. All right, so we have all of them swatched on my arm. I thought that might be the easiest ways to see them all, but there's so many shades in here that it took up my entire arm, my entire forearm. So starting here, it kind of moves down. What I did with the palette is I started here and I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 down in rows of 3 to swatch because it made life a little easier. There's some really interesting shades in here. This one right here has like some micro glitter in it that a lot of the Too Faced palettes do, and that some of them look really pretty. My experience with this, and I mean, I didn't obviously try all of the shades because there's a lot of shades in there. 1, 2, 3. There's 21 shades, which is a lot of shades for a palette, which is kind of nice. I like that it feels kind of cohesive, even though there's pops of color in there. I feel like everything would work with everything else. The shimmers though, I'm not a fan of the shimmers. I found that after a couple hours, they were kind of gone and you couldn't really tell that I had put shimmers on at all, but the mattes were really nice. So I liked the mattes of it. I'm eager to keep playing with it and I think it will be fun because I do like some of the colors in it, but I don't feel like the shimmers were as good as other formulas. Like I would much rather have a Too Faced shimmer or a Natasha Denona shimmer or a Huda shimmer. Huda has beautiful shimmers too. So it was pretty good, but I don't know if it's worth like the original price. They did have them at 50% off at Ulta for a while, and that's when I would buy them if you were tempted to buy them. Wait till they're 50% off at Ulta so you can return them in case you don't like it. Now I am working with some of the world's worst makeup wipes removers, but there are a few stains that are occurred on my arms. So like I said, they aren't all eye safe. Do note that they could do a little staining and you might have to cover that up the next day. All right, next up is Shake Your Pom Poms by Too Faced. This is one of my favorite palettes. It's so little and so versatile and just, it's so good. I have been so impressed with all of these 8-pan palettes from Too Faced. Every single one of them that I have, I love. And it smells so good. It kind of has, it's not the peachy scent, but it's similar in nature to the peach. I have a good dent going in on these 2 shades. So that's how you know that I've actually worn it a lot. I love Too Faced shimmers. I think they are amazing. And you get a good variety in here of mattes and shimmers and then like even better shimmers. So like there's like that white on the top is kind of shimmery. There's a slight shimmer to that pink, but then that greenish color, oh my gosh, there's so much more shimmer to it. I really like it. It's so nice. And you get 3 of those really beautiful shimmer shades in here, but the mattes that they put in here and the satins, I guess the pink could be considered more of a satin shade. you can do multiple looks and you can do a complete eye look, which you can't always do with a thing this small with so many shimmers, but it's so versatile. I would recommend this one. It's $25, which is not bad in the grand scheme of things. If you can get it on sale, that's even better. I think I got this, I either bought it from Sephora when I had a coupon, or I got it from, I don't know if Macy's carries this. I know I got the hot buttered rum from Macy's and I used my beauty box coupon. These are definitely worth it. So good. I mean, look at that mix of colors. If you're traveling, like this is what I took when I was traveling. And I mean, I was driving across country, so I had a whole bunch of makeup, but my every night bag, this was the palette that I brought with me because I was like, it's perfect. It gives me everything I need for like multiple different looks. It's excellent. All right, next up is the Natasha Denona Sunrise palette. And this one is $65. I think the Kylie one is like 40s or 50s. I don't know, I didn't buy it. This one I redeemed. I had the $100 reward certificate from Sephora for VIB Rouge that you can redeem your points for. So I used that to get this one. I also got the Jackie Aina Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. I couldn't think of the name. I almost said ColourPop and I knew that was wrong. I got both of those for $10 for the two palettes, and I thought that was a pretty good deal. This is what it looks like. It's very pretty. Is this my favorite of the Natasha Denonas? No, I will say that right now. I do have some of her 5-pan, well, I have her cranberry palette. That's probably my favorite one that I have. I have the Lila palette, or Lila, or whatever it's called. I like that one. I need to play with it more. And then I have some of her minis. But this one is very, oh, and I have the tropical. I love the tropical one. What am I talking about? This one I have a hard time because I feel like I just needed something a little lighter for my skin tone, because the lightest one right here is that kind of yellowish one. I just needed, so I can't use this by itself. I need something else to kind of mellow it out. The other thing that I found with this is I feel like I get the same looks over and over again, because yeah, we got those two yellows, but they don't turn out that much different on the eyes. And the same thing with these two shimmers. They're very similar in nature, and I feel like these two are very similar as well. So I felt a little disappointed because I didn't feel like I got as big of a variety of looks as I was hoping for, and I was really hoping for a lot. I'm going to swatch them all and then we'll go and talk about them. All right, so there is what they all look like swatched. They are beautiful, and it's a very warm palette, which is, I'm very attracted to warm palettes. This one is one of my favorites. It's this shade right here, Aster, which is like this weird purple kind of duochrome. I do like that one, but it takes work to get it on the eyes. I feel like a lot of these you have to put on with your fingers instead of a brush, and I prefer, like Too Faced, you don't have to do that. You can put on any shade with a brush and it's gonna look beautiful. These ones you need to work a little bit more with. Do I think it's worth $65? I don't know. I'd probably be upset if I had paid $65 for this, but since I redeemed points, I didn't feel quite as bad. I do like it. I do think it's pretty. I probably, like, I'm going to rank the 4 of them at the end, and you'll see where I rank it. But yeah, that's what they look like. There are some beautiful shades in there. All right, the 4th and final palette is the Too Faced Gingerbread Extra Spicy. I wasn't going to get the original gingerbread last year, and then I was like, I have all these Ulta points, I think I'll get it. People keep talking about how good it is, and then I loved it and I used it so much. So as soon as they said they were going to do another one, I kind of looked at what people were saying, or looked at the layout, and I was like, you know what, I think I will get this one. I think I will like it, and I'll like the shades in it. So that's what they look like. There is a wide variety. You have some nice light shades, which I always appreciate in a palette. You have some dark shades over here so you can do more light and shade. And then I like these interesting colors here in the middle. Like that's what I really appreciate, because you can do a lot of different looks with these, I feel. And these are kind of like your staples on the ends, and then you have just fun to play with. I'm going to do the same thing with the swatches that I just did with them. All right, so we got them all swatched. They were a little wonky. There we go. Okay, I love this palette. I will say that right now. Some of my favorite shadows, like when I wore them, I was just like, this makes me so happy. Like it brought joy to put on my eye. And then just, I looked at them and I was like, that looks so pretty. This shade right here on the bottom, it's actually the top row, Soft and Sweet, such a beautiful shade. I love this butterscotch shade too. This is one of their like kind of semi-matte glittery shades. It's really interesting. It's different than what they've done in the past that at least I feel. Spicy Manny, my goodness, there is a lot. And I apologize that it's so shiny. Like they put all the shiny on it. I really love this palette. So if we're looking at it, like this gold, oh my gosh, is gorgeous. There's a couple that aren't quite as nice. They're a little bit more scratchy. This one was a little bit more scratchy, but just, oh, such a beautiful mix. And I feel like there's enough variety that you can get just so many different looks with this palette. All right, so if I was going to rank them from favorite to least favorite, or like most recommend to least recommend, this is how that would go. Gingerbread Extra Spicy, this is the one that I would recommend the most because you get the most versatility with it. There's just so many different looks that you can put with it. And some of them are gonna be more similar than others, but I feel like you could do a lot of neutral looks and some more bold looks with it as well. Then I would recommend the Shake Your Pom Poms palette by Too Faced because it's such a good everyday palette. You can do several different looks with it and you're not going to have any problems with it. It's just super solid. I really like it. Then Natasha Denona. This would be my third place, which is kind of surprising. It's kind of where it went up against the other ones. And that's just because there are beautiful shades in there. Some of them aren't as good as other Natasha Denona shades that she's done in the past. Like I feel like some of her other ones the shimmers are even more beautiful than the ones in here. And I needed a little bit more variety within the palette itself. And then in fourth place would be Sipping Pretty from Kylie Cosmetics because like I said, those shimmers just did not last on the eyes at all, which was really disappointing because there are a lot of shimmers and they look so pretty. Like that purple looks so pretty and that pink, they don't stay on the eyes and last throughout the day. So that is my ranking. Have you tried any of these palettes? What are your thoughts on them? I would love to know down below. What do you think of this type of format? Do you like the 30 and 30 more? Would you rather me try to do a longer review on just one? Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. I hope you're all having a fantastic day. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.